Hey guys, so this week we looked at the correlational data and different trends. These are the graphs that I came up with. This first one I actually pulled from my high school math thesis report when I was looking to see if senioritis was legit. The GPAs on the side, and then the rank of the students during senior graduation is on the x-axis. So for example, like rank number 1 was the person with the highest GPA. And so this is actually a really strong positive correlation because the higher the rank is, the higher their freshman GPA is, which makes sense. So that's a strong positive correlation, and this one's a weaker positive correlation because you can see as height increases, weight generally increases as well, not all the time, and the dots are a little bit more spread out. It's not quite as dense, which is why it's a weak positive correlation. For the negative correlations, this one is depression and self-esteem. So you can see as the depression increases on the x-axis, the self-esteem rates decrease throughout the y, which does make sense. And so that's a pretty strong negative correlation because they form a pretty straight line. For the weak negative correlation, here's weight versus exercise. So the more kilometers run per week tends to have a lower body weight in kilograms. There is this outlier here, which I like because you can see that the distribution isn't completely equal and the dots are a little bit more spread out as compared to that, which is why it's a weak negative correlation. This data shows average time spent watching TV versus the size of the television, and so this is demonstrating no correlation because you can see there's no trends. The data is pretty spread out evenly. There's no dense packets. There's no clear outliers. And then finally, I have causation versus correlation. So this is pulled off the website we were talking about in class. This is showing the correlation between divorce rates in Maine and per capita consumption of margarine. So the correlation is really tiny, but it says it's 99.26, so that's a really strong correlation. But like we were talking about, there's a big difference between noting trends and actually causation. Divorce rates and margarine almost positively are not related and do not have causation. They just happen to have a correlation that's really strong. So yeah, this is my overall correlational data. Thanks, guys.